Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacaster from your host, Imperial Dane, Master Propaganda Heroes like Defender of the Fatherland. Imagine the setting. It's, well, Eastern Europe, 1944. Location not quite known. In the south, cease under command here of the Soviet forces. Rolling ahead here for the 3rd Mechanized Corps, tasked with breaking through the German front lines and cause collapse somewhere, who knows, probably near Hungary. Is advancing in the north, Helpinghans fighting here for Germany, Deutschland. Die Feldherrn Panzerdivision is digging in hard and waiting for some Hungarian division to take over the position to free up the Feldherrn once more for offensive action elsewhere. We got assault support, Ostrom and mobile defense here for Hans Patrol Infantry versus Caesar's armored assault, Gauss rifle, and Gauss motor tactics with double infantry anti-tank grenade bulletins versus all infantry for Hans in the bulletin department. Again, gears rushing ahead east centerwards there, constantly moving eastwards. And we got a special rifle command here for Caesar. Penal troopers, snipers, and scout cars there, certainly amongst the potentials here, with a small standard gun MD42 start here for Helpinghans for now. Looks like he might be aiming for the center. There's the Pioneers move westwards. Sandbags on the CoH2 point there, very good move by the way. Caesar could in theory do the same around here. There we go, shots fired. First engagement, we got a sniper build here for Caesar. So very early sniper here. Not super early, like say someone like Devin might do, but he's still going for a reasonably early sniper here. Versus Helpinghans, does mean he might concede a bit of ground here though to the Germans and could allow Hans to sort of secure control of the center. Though of course with a sniper out, it's going to be hard for him to use the center there easily, particularly with a machine gun. So there could be some benefits there. And Hans does not have a doctrine that allows him to at least to an extent negate the sniper, having say ambush camouflage and machine guns. So it's going to be a bit tricky for him to just hold the center easily. And there goes sniper immediately revealed as Fritz drops dead like a sack of potatoes. Sandbags here instead, not around the CoH point, but on the fuel point. But there you go, Grenadiers already down to 2 men. The sniper they're starting getting some good work in fast. Pioneers down with fuel. Got the MD43 precision. Obviously with the sniper now as an actual threat there, Helpinghans is going to be less keen on just having machine gun being easily at the front line. There we go. Jürgen is the next target here for the sniper. And goes the catch of the sniper, doing a bit of hitting there, and we got a second squad out for Caesar. No penal troopers, no scout car. Bernhard drops dead next. That sniper is certainly getting quite an impact here in the early moments here versus Helpinghans. Sandbags down here in the northeast. MD42 moving eastwards as well. Down with sandbags as well. Very good, consistent sandbagging there from Helpinghans. Take up there from as well. Grenadiers here, standing ready. And what will Caesar go for next? More conscripts, penal troopers, scout cars, more conscripts. Just more conscripts. You'll probably end up going for other Gauss rifle. Motec could certainly see Gauss rifle with the conscripts there with submachine guns, thusly being an option there for Caesar. Plus a Gauss ensuring that the sniper doesn't need to get rushed by 2-2 from Helpinghans, who is already taking up there. Very good. 3 Grenadiers, 1 MD42, and then fast tech into like the Mechanized Company. And he's probably going to try and rush out a 2-2 counter the sniper. Possibly might go for 2 to just ensure the bastard stays dead, and then of course deal with other infantry as well. That seemed like a bit of a skittish retreat there from Caesar. He might have been worried about a flank or just might have been misclick. It's hard to say. Either way, the sniper went off very fast, and now Caesar's also hitting Hans' CoH point here. Even as he's about to get hit in the east as Helpinghans was up with a larger force. Though note, suffering losses there from the sniper. They're going to be less effective at pushing ahead. They can easily find themselves pushed off, possibly with a small chance of getting wiped there if Caesar reacts, I think, promptly. Pioneers retreating, easily pushed off. Bit of a scattered oral front line here for Helpinghans at the moment as Caesar strikes left, right, and centre. And of course, the sniper as well as another threat. It becomes harder for Helpinghans to sort of move freely. He's actually going for a 4th Grenadier squad here. So it's going to be a heavy infantry build with a sniper. No, not with a sniper, but what I'm saying. Just a heavy infantry build. Pioneers make a bet, in which case they should be able to go for like to make a nice going for 2-2. On a larger map that's also much more open though, like Arnhem Checkpoint, I could certainly see the argument for a pair of 2-2-2s since they can easily move around the map and cause some very nasty flanks there. So that could definitely be a good choice there, I think, for Helpinghans. Well, of course, he could also just stick to 1, but 2 would not be bad either. Caesar healing up, we got into tank grenades, following up on the medicals. The field infirmary. We shall see what happens next. Sometime though from any tech here. And grenades repulse off the centre. 2 there on way for helping hands, troops reinforcing. Need to kind of take need towards the CoH2 point area around here. Conscripts thinking about there. Cadet Pioneers as well, the minesweeper. He's taking no chance there with Caesar, obviously. Since Helping Hands is likely expecting that Caesar will be trying to set up counters for the 2-2s, which of course will include mines most likely, at least that's the assumption here. So far though, Caesar's not been laying down any mines, but Hans doesn't know that. And of course, in this situation, you're better off assuming your opponent is going to go for mines. Because if you don't, he does have mines, you're in trouble. If you do, and he doesn't have mines, you just maybe spent a bit of munitions, but nothing big. And there you go, do get mines down there from Caesar. And we got Gart Motor. Probably would have figured Gart Rifle, but Gart Motor definitely also works. There we go, engineers caught in the middle of the road. Didn't your master tell you not to lay down mines on the road? I guess not. You're Russian. And going to tank grenade off 2-2. They caught in a pretty bit sticky spot there. Almost got the sniper as well, but the grenade there managed to save the sniper's life. 2-2 that has to fall back for repairs. MD42 there blasting up here from the northern point. We got munitions in grab, but the conscript with sandbags down there from Caesar. Very good, very good. Conscripts thinking about here. Caesar will probably go for a guards rifle squad this first moment here to help counter the 2-2, but also pressure the grenadiers. The guards rifle infantry squad basically being all around infantry, they can sort of handle a lot of threats. But first we got take up there for Caesar, 10% command. Can't go anything from it right away, but still having it ready means he can then, as soon as he's got the resources, push for something. T70, half tank, H6. Caesar will have the option of all in time. Helping Hans going for a half track. That's most likely going to be a flame for a half track. I don't think I've ever seen Hans use the half track for sort of, you know, genuine reinforcement and transport. That's not really Hans's playstyle. He's more than a pyromaniac, if you will. He likes lighting things on fire. So there you go, 250 half take out there for Helping Hans. And there you go. Pop straight into the flame projectors. Not a moment of hesitation there from Helping Hans. He knows what he wants. And he wants to burn some Russians. Now, of course, it's going to put some more pressure there in Caesar's infantry, but he's soon within range of the T70, which is going to threaten both the 2-2 and the flame for half track. Swift harassment here. We'll see if Caesar tries to push up the T70 as fast as possible. Oh, wait, no, never mind. He cancelled it. He cancelled 10% command, meaning he's only got the guard squad now to counter potential flame for a half track. This could get a bit more ugly than for Caesar. This could get a bit more ugly since, while the infantry counters can work, they do involve a much higher cost and risk simply because the flame fighting usually just punches into the run straight at it. So this is potentially a bit nasty here for Caesar. And there you go, guard got already down to less than half of in a matter of seconds. He definitely, I think, made a bit of a awkward call there. Half take is almost ready to run already. Pioneers has born the 2-2 in the west. Hans has quickly managed to gain control of the most vital junctures on the map, and also has basically reined in Caesar's mobility on the battlefield, so the flame for half take can pretty much stop any harassment on his own. So we'll see to try and begin building a tank with 10 command soon. Later, yeah, we got the field gun first. Doesn't, you know, feel like an entirely bad choice, but it's going to have a sticky time, or troublesome time, catching on to the flame for a half track. It's going to basically require that Caesar predicts reasonably well where the flame for is going to be and have the field gun ready in that area, because otherwise it's just going to have to play a game, you know, of cat and, you know, mouse, in which case the cat is a very, very heavy Russian-made anti-tank gun that has to be carted around by several crew members, which might are a lot faster than, in particular if they also going to shoot fire. So that's going to be a bit of a challenge here, I think, for Caesar to deal with. Instead of just basically keeping his eyes on the CoH2 point. There he goes, going to rush it, and then he's going to realise that's not going to work out in a very long time. 2-2 covering up the situation there quite nicely, pushing back the guardsmen. 2-2 reinforcing healing. 2-2 handing over the Trolley Cannon, closing mentions 1. We got Telemines on the road there from Helpinghans, very good spot there. It's clearly been anticipating Caesar to maybe try and rush out T-Sin, in which case he'd be ready for it there at the very least. Very good, very good. He's just using territory more elsewhere as Caesar focuses heavily on the centre. He's also essentially allowing Hans to organise an effective defence that can free up troops for other purposes. So very good there by Hans, very good. Guard squad halfway to Veterans 1, constantly fighting around here. Grenadiers holding up as well. And we got some deep opportunities up with the gas. We got grenades off as well. And oh, doesn't get out there in time. Almost loses the entire Grenadier squad here to the Guardsmen. Quite a hit there. Quite a hit. But obviously not enough here. We got possibly a rough in the go against the Guardsmen. Quickly fall back. Caesar saying going to lose a guard squad there, at least hopefully. And we got the flame for after as well. Veterans 1, halfway to Veterans 2 with 4 kills for the fatherland. Well, Hans trying to just take up fast here, move for the next tier already, just try and gain an even further gap here versus Caesar. That would be a bad choice at all. But he has yet to choose a doctrine here, he's yet to make a decision. As for Caesar, going for a maximum now. Feels a bit dangerous since it gives the flame for half-tech more freedom to roam. And that's definitely what Caesar needs to get rid of right now. That's the flame for half-track. Fixing up the 2-2, and Hans is going for a second half-track? Is he going to go for 2 flame for a half-track, or is he actually going for that one for reinforcement and whatnot? Otherwise, double flame for a half-track. Hans might be feeling incredibly confident he can get away with that, and feeling he can get away, just finish the fight there with double flame for half-tracks. I mean, with only 1 field gun from Guardsmen, it's not impossible, but even then, it feels highly aggressive, highly ambitious. So far, there's no sign of the flame for after there being upgraded. Might just be using it, I suppose, for regular purposes then, which I think would be a first from Hans. He doesn't really, again, sort of. There we go, flamethrowers. I mean, a regular upgraded unupgraded half to would be pretty good here for Hans, but with some pants, going to do something else, allow him to be more aggressive versus Caesar and flank and say catch him off guard maybe. And there you go, MD42 in the east, engaged here by the sniper support with conscripts engineers getting ever closer as well. There we go, catching the field gun off guard, burning it away there. That's going to be quite a loss over Caesar if he gets it, and it's starting to look very, very likely. And there we go, we got this 2-2 moving in as well here, further adding chaos and confusion with the second flame for half-tech ultra inbound. A complete mess here for Caesar right now. His entire defense is just getting swarmed by light vehicles. And there you go, the field gun has been wiped. He can't destroy it easily. I mean, there's the 2-2. That one's not going to do it very fast. But even then, that is some severe impact there on Caesar. There we go, lots of flamethrowers on it. Crew being burned up horribly. Ever so horribly. Pulling back both flame for half tracks. So that was a very nasty raid there by Helpinghans against Caesar. Caught Caesar quite unprepared there. He had not anticipated, I think, a double flame for half, and obviously it could very well be the reason Hans went for it, because most players never anticipate a double flame for half tech move. It's just in some ways quite expensive, which of course makes it slightly less interesting, but of course it also delays tech for tier 3, so that's another reason why it probably doesn't see so much usage. But used correctly, as you can see, they can have quite an impact on your opponent. Caesar the remains unchecked beyond the very basics. Gunning these MD42 back here at base for Helpinghans. Is he going for a third flame for a half track? Is he going for a third flame for a half track? Is this actually Barton himself that's playing as Helpinghans? triple flamethrower half-tracks. That is nuts. Now the maximum for Caesar. He's just like, he's not expecting 3 flamethrower half-tracks. For some reason, he's not entering up to counter 2, so he's going for more maxims. I'm not entirely sure what's going through Caesar's head here, though. I'm not sure. And there you go. Unit wiped here with a flamethrower half-track. Utterly destroyed. With another unit on the way to Caesar replaced one loss. He should definitely, I think, get teching soon. Because with Hans going for 3 flamethrower half-tracks, he's to an extent delayed his take up, definitely. 3 flamethrower half-tracks, though. What madness. Finding around the fuel point in the west there as well, some harassment. Sniper there gaining Betsy 2 with 18 kills for the motherland, the Rodina. There you go, moving towards him. We've got the flamethrower half-track moving in. Hit direct hit from the field gun there, direct hit. And an incendiary drive-by on the maximum there. Up here to 2, pushing back another unit. With the flamethrower half-track number 3 pursuing the conscripts there to try and wipe them out there. The flames just burning their way through Caesar's forces. And there you go, another wipe. And there you go. Caesar is finally taking out there. You should have done that much sooner. Instead of allowing Hans to get like 3 flamethrower half-tracks out on the field. Hitting the eastern victory point. In the centre there we got some heavier fighting going on. There's helping outside push for the centre here for the 2nd Panzer Division. Not 2nd, but Panzer Division is this actually. 3rd Panzer Division. Not 2nd, 3rd, 7th Panzer Division. There we go. Got 1 flamethrower half-track though. That's a definite victory there for Caesar. That's definitely going to relieve some of the pressure there off him. There's still of course 2 others about plus the 2-2. Hans is not yet to take up. Is he actually... Nope, he's not taking. I mean, one option could have been he might be playing for say some sort of tier 4 rush using a lot of flamethrower. He just keeps a opponent on the defensive ones, can then push out for some tier 4 armor. Instead, we got mobile defense and Ostrom. I mean, Hans' strategy right now is very opaque to me. Meanwhile, Caesar's not even stopping up. He's going straight for the mechanized armor company and probably T-35s. So this is certainly getting a bit interesting. Fixing up the Flampanzerwagen once more. Caesar's actually in a pretty good state of map control despite having a few flamethrower half-tracks. Yes, hasn't been using them I think super efficiently. Plus he's not been able to follow up on them with some any sort of decent take there. So there's certainly some small issues there with the Hans strategy versus Caesar at the moment. Another Flampanzerwagen sitting out there for Germany. Then is being sniped, constantly moving in to finish off the deal. 20 kills on the sniper team. There you go, flamethrower half-track on the way, burning the Russians. Center Maxim holding off the Pioneers. Ostrom being... Oh, no, it's the Feldenhalle, never mind, not 7th Panzer on Feldenhalle. It's my apologies, slight headache from not having slept too well, slightly dims the memory a bit. My apologies there. Also, it's bloody hot at the moment. Not helping either on my memory, so my apologies there. Command tank up for Hans. Hans' strategy is certainly beginning to seem rather eclectic, if not downright idiosyncratic. And certainly seems a bit weird. I mean, it might just be to an extent Hans is just trying to add some new stuff here, obviously. See if there's something he might be able to, exploit for some interesting impact. But I do feel like the payoff here with the command tank feels a bit off. Like, you'd be better off just trying to push for tier 4 and then sort of rushing out a Panther or Sturmpanzer instead of just, going 3 flamethrower half-tracks into a command tank. That just seems not very efficient. Two command tank moving in here. Might try and sneak up behind Caesar's forces. And we got the T-35 on here for Caesar. And of course, this is going to expose quite a problem in helping Hans's force composition. He's got no serious anti-tank. Like, he's got lots of anti-infantry, lots, but he's got nothing that can deal with a tank. That's going to be a bit of a problem there for Hans. And there's the T-35. The Puma's actually going to struggle a bit, so I mean, you can't just, you know, necessarily rely on just spamming a bunch of those to try and stop the T-35. So that definitely feels like a bit of a gap here in Hans' strategy versus Caesar. And of course, again, if there's an experimental strategy, obviously that to an extent should be expected, but even then you generally wouldn't, you know, go looking at this and thinking, you know, oh, I can handle, you know, T-35 easily. And there you go. Puma's on the way. Whereas the T-35 again is a bit more of a stopgap measure, and the T-35 can absorb a lot more hits from the Puma and has a high chance of bashing and saying the T-34 in his 6. So the T-35 there could give Hans's Puma heavy strategy some headaches. Let's even get rid of the command tank. I'm up to just going to go down here. Unless he gets super lucky. Which he did not. 2-2 there, immediately destroyed as he comes from the line of sight of the T-35. And there you go. Lots of Pumas out here for Helping Hands. Double Pumas. Bit bold in some ways. But World Strike vs Field Guns supporting a T-35 here. But yeah, and if you can isolate the T-35, the Puma should have a chance with a high rate of fire. And there you go, T-35 with a damaged engine. Then we can see the units on the nearby support field gun as well. So it's not like Hans is going to have an easy time then dealing with Caesar's T-35. But there you go. He's barely got any of the map left. Helping Hans was able to swing the game around in his favour, despite Caesar almost, you know, not too long ago being in a very controlling situation. All these light vehicles ultimately did swing things around, particularly with the command tank and 9 to Pumas, where Caesar's T-35 is certainly having a bit of an impact, but it's nothing that's sort of gaining any serious map control. Plus, Helping Hands calling awesome, just, you know, put more infantry into the field, did give him a total of 5 squads, which helps him, you know, maintain map control more easily. So, I mean, his strategy is obviously to an extent working, but if Caesar finds any flaws, he should be able to exploit them quite a bit. Some of those flaws are, I mean, if Caesar just keeps going for medium tanks, the Pumas might just struggle. At which point, that's going to be most of his anti-tank then gone. Because Helping Hands so far is not taking up. There you go, quick hit from the C there, T-35 coming up, shoots and then misses the Panzer IV command tank. Bit of an awkward delivery there for Caesar. Double flamethrowers roaming the west in the east of the Rashids roaming forward to current territory. Double Pumas being put against the T-45 there with their 50mm guns. Heavy machine gun fire from inside the church virtually 2. Very, very slowly moving towards virtually 3. Could consider some incendiary armor piercing rounds just to sort of help deal with the Caesar infantry a bit more efficiently. So won't be helpful as light vehicles because Caesar's got none. Relying solely on T-35s and maybe T-34-76s. And those are definitely immune to incendiary armor piercing rounds. Well, he's mostly new. Ostomir being shot to bits. We've got another field gun away there for Caesar. No, you can't get any additional armor right away. A second field gun would certainly help versus the Puma and the flamethrower half attacks a bit. Trying to maybe call Helping Hands' light vehicle numbers. So lots of skirmishing here. We got an anti-tank rifle drop there. So while Caesar's been able to extend the front line a bit here, in the east again, he's always still in a struggle to control the centre and probably should try and play around it for a bit, try and lure Hans into situations where he might have a better chance of dealing with them. Back at base, the Hans is finally taking up, so Pumas and command tanks aren't his endgame, which is certainly nice to know. That would always been, I think, a bit sad in some ways. We'll have to see if he's planning tier 4, tier 3. We'll soon find out, I imagine, as he's certainly close there to just either taking up or getting the support co-op. It's not a fight here, there's a bit of 6 in the centre. We got a command tank rolling in to Caesar's centre here. bypassing field guns, which of course forced the fields to initially focus on them, allowing them a follow-up wave of flamethrowers and improves them to further cause problems for Caesar. So very nice move there by Helpinghans, very nice attack. Command tank though when done. If he doesn't get anything here though, it's going to quickly turn into a less than nice attack. Had it, I think, been better coordinated with the units, he might be able to do more damage, but at the end of that is it. And there you go. I'm about to get a field gun here in the west. Guardsman comes setting up. T-55 needs some immediate repairs, and there you go. Flamethrower runs to the base. T-55 goes for the kill and gets Helpinghans' flamethrower take, leaving only with 2 Pumas and a Befehls Panzerwagen. Not a command tank, but a flamethrower take. Still no take up there for Hans or support McCall. Not behind here, got overconfident, tried to play some more silly strategy. He's now perhaps feeling the weight of his decisions upon his shoulders. Still, he remains control of the map, but his force is actually now smaller here than Caesar in terms of population. Also, there you go. Flamethrower attack moving in, burning away, burning away. Konstantin versus Ostruppen. Bit of skirmishing there. But overall, Hans continues to remain in control. He could lay down some S-mines or some other mines here and there. Machine gun bunkers, maybe. His base still continues to remain a very low-tier tech thing. With no further indications of anything happening there for Hans so far. Whereas I imagine Caesar's either going to try and pull for another T-35 and might try and go for Katyushas next. A lot of skirmishing in the east. MD421 push back. You know, pretty easy to do considering the position was pretty awkward and there's no support. T-55 there driving about, crushing whatever remains beneath its mighty treads, and Helpinghans setting up for something he is still not taking up or building a support corps. So he's calling in a replacement command tank. I mean, that's not going to help much versus T-45s. Sure. At least not directly. Caesar is powered down to 119 versus Hans is 386, so he is slowly bleeding out. Hans now victory points very slowly. Good work there by Caesar, by the way. Catching up and slowly putting some pressure on Hans, which could force Hans to, you know, make some more rash decisions, which could certainly be exploited then by Caesar. Pool moving up, good penetrating hit there. Second pool moving in as well there. Pool forming up a patrol there to engage German armour. Not German, but Soviet armour, damn it. Soviet armour. So, Caesar's more in control of that now again. Helpinghans a bit more on the defensive. We shall see what he tries to do. And we got nothing going on there. Briefly against all the resource drop before, you know, oh, he's taken up, but no, get command tank. Once more, heat and headache. Not quite the fully amazing combination. We need to remember everything. We'll see what's going on there. Maximum hangway there by its veteran fleet, a hero machine crew. Look at these, Dimitri. We're heroes. We got 3 stars. Where do you see those stars? Above our heads. You're insane. No, look. I'm not gonna look, you crazy man. I'm gonna report you to the commissar. Another T-55 on the way there for Caesar.
The enemy is encroaching on our territory.
Hans are not further taking up, at least, you know, going for the Supremo Corps here. Oh, never mind, just to say that. It doesn't happen. Again, for some reason, looked at Caesar's resources and thought, yes, something's happening out of Hans and tank, but it isn't. Continuing about there, he could try and flank up behind Hans right now. I mean, sort of doing a bigger push through here. Could, you know, cut off, forcing Hans to attack troops on the front and deal with it. Austrian with a Pilford PTRS. I mean, another reason to take up now is to get the Austrian light machine guns up versus Caesar's infantry. I mean, there's certainly several reasons here for Helpinghans to consider Support Corps or Heavy Panzer Corps now. But so far, Hans seems genuinely disinterested in taking up here versus Caesar. Command take, oh, gets off an excellent hit on the Maximus right in the entire unit. We got Mark Vehicle, they're off here on the command tank itself. Also moving it back for reinforcement healing. Still no tag up. Still no tag up. Swinging out the west here with the T-35. Flanked here by Puma. Very good work there by Hans. Good sort of tactical spacing there. And there goes some shots. They're bouncing off the T-35 before the field gun then gets into position and opens up on the bloody thing. Caesar down to 170 here versus Helpinghans is 358. Hans remains resolute in his decision not to take up though. At least do anything with attack. T-34 that bounces off the Panzer Force frontal armor. That's a bit of bad luck there for Caesar. And the third mechanized corps, there you go. Panzer fast going against the T-34, fails to do any critical damage there to the T-35, a lot, ensuring it basically gets away there. Big push into the Alpes guns, raining down Austrian as well. There we got no light machine guns for them yet because Hans is still not taking up, and he's noisily building his support course. He's just primarily relying on infantry supported by command vehicles, the frame for half tank, and the Pumas. Seems like a bit of a scratch build force here for Hans, a Kampfgruppe from the Feldenhalle. T-34 rolling back. 91 points left for Caesar. There definitely needs to be some changes in his tactical approach here versus Hans. There needs to be a definite change because at this rate, Hans is just going to win hands down. So Caesar needs to shake up his tactics. He needs to shake up his approach and trying to look to disrupt Hans more rather than just attacking head on into him, which is honestly not that disruptive if you know how to do it. There you go, Flamethrower after creeping up, but it's a bit too slow this time around, a bit too slow. Hans continues not to attack. I wonder what the logic here for that is, besides he might be trying out some new strategy, I guess. Meanwhile, Caesar is soon as slowly approaching, be able to call in a 30-foot here versus Caesar. Oh, Caesar helping Hans, damn it. And then got some squad here with the T-35 in the centre. We've got troops engaging here as well. T-35 needs to fall back, eventually too. There you go. Panzerfaust's about to go off here. Shots fired. And almost knocked down. Another blast from the Stalinist pass there against the Grenadiers, forcing them to retreat. And there you go. Hans, over half an hour to the game, finally built a support corps. We're probably going for Panzer Force. But of course could consider Stugs. Sturmgeschütz would not be a bad idea at all. Here we go. Conscript versus Guardsmen. Conscript versus Grenadiers with Guardsmen support there. Very close to 53 there. Almost getting the Grenadiers here wiped. And there you go. T-34, 85 moving in on the retreat path. Could get the wipe. He could get the wipe, but doesn't end up with it. Panzer falling away for Helpinghans. No Sturmgeschütz. Unit wiped there for Caesar. T-34 eventually too, but also with an exposed flank there against the Puma. Needs to be a bit careful. Losing at T-35 right now could be critical here for Caesar against Helpinghans. Push out the west side, centre being held here by Caesar, and then slowly pushing up the east side as well. The centre remains the least active in the engagement so far. And before two blasting with Panzer almost done there for Helpinghans. Almost, and there you go. Finally got a regular Panzer there for Helpinghans versus Caesar. With another T-35 on the way for him. More medium armour. Should put the fear of Stalin into Helpinghans, I guess. And there you go. Almost got the machine gun there. Almost got the hero machine gun. The MD-42 was virtually free there, but he managed to get out in the last moment before the T-55 blows the entire small house into smithereens. Also moving up against the T-55. Veterans 1, 5 kills. Now the T-55, they're almost done here for Caesar. Helpinghans can soon go for another Panther 4. Got a unit wiped. Meaning he's lost all of his awesome scores now, by the way. Panzer first off, T-55 rolling back in the base. We got nothing further going on there for helping Hans. No repairs, no another tank, no tech up, no nothing. Meanwhile, Caesar keeps applying pressure on the west with the T-55s. Pushing back the Panzer IV, the infantry force to basically act as a rear guard to facilitate the escape of the Panzer IV from Caesar's armoured might. I mean, versus T-55s, there's also the argument here that Hans should have basically skipped Tier 3 instead going for Tier 4 and a heavy Panzer Corps, since the Panther's much better suited for engaging T-55 due to having high health, better armor, and better penetration. Particularly as the Wehrmacht, the Panzer IV is not as particularly amazing for dealing with T-55s. So I would say the Panther's certainly been better now for the Wehrmacht and the Oberkommandist. In this situation, they probably should have just tried to pull for the Panther rather than going for a Panzer IV regular. There we go, veteran 2 T-55 there, by the way. Halfway to veteran 3, which is really bad news for Hans if he gets to veterans. That means a very high rate of fire. There you go, Panzer IV moving in. The command tank, the other Panzer Puma trying to flank up here. Command tank already suffering heavy damage. Down to half health. Trying to get the T-55 with the Puma. And there you go, almost got the command tank with the T-55. Almost. Goes on the hunt here for destruction. But sadly for Caesar, T-55 gets away easily. T-55 goes down to the Puma. Wasn't able to deal with it fast enough. When they got the T-55 moving up here. Catches a lot of pioneers with a single hit from the 85mm gun. Almost got a few more sent to the grave, but instead ends up pulling back. There's a shot misses. Caesar's not going to risk more here versus Helpinghans, possibly losing another T-55. So losing a T-55 without really destroying any of Hans' things is less of a good trait there for Caesar. But otherwise he's maintaining good map control, good pressure, helping Hans intend to just now bunch things on the western side to play defensively, certainly allowing Caesar to just gain more of the map and thusly gain more resource lead. Helping Hans meanwhile is going for another Panzer IV. But certainly look like here that Tier 4s are the question for Helping Hans, and certainly so are Panthers then. Leaving him with I would say a few serious options for dealing with the T-55s. Besides just having to get lucky with the Panzer IVs and packs. Grenade off. There we go. Almost ace level T-55 moves in there. Straight hit though here from the Pack 40 through the frontal armor. Another hit. And now an interesting move here. Caesar's gone for a heavy mortar that way, try and blast Caesar, or Helping Hands into submission. Fed another Panzer going to do short remains rather than defensive. There you go, second Panzer IV out. Command tank being fixed up. Other Panzer rating repairs, and so is the Puma. We'll see what ends up with here. Another push here from Helping Hans, though with limited infantry reserves increasingly, it's going to be a bit tricky here for Hans to make any slight big pushes like that. Jameson does seem to be just feeding units piecemeal here to Caesar, which is not very efficient. Truth be told. Holding up the line here in the west. In the east, Hans is finally a bit more aggressive, thinking about there. Might force Caesar to divert resources to deal with that. It might not, though. So that is a large vehicle pool that Hans has with one flamethrower tank, 2 Pumas, 2 regular Panzer IVs, and a Panzer IV command tank. On the other hand, his infantry certainly is looking less impressive, but even then, I mean, it's certainly threatening. It's just too bad for him that so far Caesar's been able to deflect it in many cases much better and deal with it. And part of the issue for Hans was he just takes ages to get up to Tier 3 here versus Caesar. Well, Caesar didn't really show any sort of serious hesitation when it came to that. Now they're on the Grenadiers here from the T-45 gaining red teams 1. Command tank heading eastwards. Striking forwards for Germany, Deutschland. Getting the conscripts there. Hold up behind the cover, they can probably last for a bit before they have to retreat. T-45 moving to rush here, but with simply so many vehicles there, the T-45 is going to find itself rather gunned rapidly. And you can see the Hans making for a big push, tanks, vehicles. Sadly, not a lot of infantry though, which gives the Caesar perhaps a chance of stalling it. But there you go, ace T-45, the hero of the Soviet Union. Mine went off. Machine gun flanked and pushed away there. Bit of a jagged line here for the map. They're basically cutting off Caesar from his eastern fuel, but he's gaining Hans's western fuel in return. Still no tech there for Hans. Giving up everything he fought for here certainly indicates the issues when Hans doesn't have enough infantry. He can't really exploit any of the gains he makes with his tanks. That's definitely a problem there for Hans. That is a definite problem, and I think it highlights a bit the issue with all these vehicles. They eat up a lot of, upkeep and population. But, so they can't really help them with, map control. Now the T-5 on for Caesar having lost one here, obviously. A lot of his vehicles need repairs. He's got 3 Pioneer Squads though, which is good. Victory points wise is 79 versus 159. This fight's certainly seen a lot of back and forth between these two players, so who knows, Hans might still be able to swing it back once more to his favour, but it's starting to look a bit hazardous here. It's starting to look a bit hazardous. Panther 4 setting out. Commander got the heavy mortar there unleashing hell. Actually, it's not really done a lot there for Caesar because Hans hasn't been really dug in a lot in a lot most situations. He's been buying a lot on vehicles and armour, which the heavy mortar doesn't do a particularly large amount against. There you go, heavy mortar rounds. In the east, we got the T-5 going in here, but taking a hit there from the Puma. A target weak point. Aircraft shot down here. 120 versus 79. Hans is moving in something here. There you go, T-5 moving up. Catching the command tank off guard. Panther 4 Puma needs to all turn their attention to the T-5 here before it's too late. Shot bounce, shot penetrated. Puma there gaining the ace level veteran fleet. Very good there for Hans, very good. T-5 down to half health. We got field guns moving up. Spot being hit by machine gun. T-5s are being dispatched now. Ace there is also on the move. Mine goes off, almost moving up the Grenadier squad. Here in the west, Puma, command tank, flanking machine gun, coming the victory point. 93 points left versus 79. There you go. Puma caught, taken out here almost by the T-35s. Ace swoops in like a Stalin Steel hero. And there you go. Shots fired. Bounce off the command of Panther 4's frontal armor. Sweeps in. And there you go. Good Panther hitting the Panther 4. More hits here from the field gun. T-35 run. There you go. Panther 4 abandoned. Smoke screen pop. Hans is in the precinct. There we go. We got flank here with the Ace, Puma, and the command tank. Gets one of the T-35s. Trying to outmaneuver here the T-35 other ones, and the anti-tank gun. Flame props moving up. Needs to collect the field gun. He's not doing it though. More losses, more destruction. Units being destroyed here. Hans is down to 63 with 79. His entire force is getting annihilated. If only had some Pentagon these, to be honest. Pentagon these do tend to find one of my better preferred choices for dealing with anti-tank guns. With a bomb grenade off their assault rifles, they can reasonably well clear them out, but sadly, Hans lacked assault infantry actually going to do that. Plus, his infantry wasn't there much either, so this was actually a pretty brutal engagement. Ended up pretty close in the end. Hans lost simply due to not being able to swiftly support the tanks with the infantry and clear out any field guns in the way. Plus, now Caesar's almost got another Ace T-35 there. They've done a lot of damage by the way. Plus, his other T-35 only got abandoned. Hans continue to beat up victory points here. Down to 30 victory points now. Down to 30. 27. You spin me right round, baby, right round. Anyways. T-5 about to get knocked out here by Panzerfaust possibly. Not quite harshly enough here. 15 points left. 15 points. T-5 takes up one of its own. Still, it's taking out more fascists in the process. And there you go, GG from Helpinghans. GG, game over. A loss here for the German army. The Feldherrnhalle has to fall back towards Budapest as the 7th Mechanized Corps pushes onwards, or 3rd Mechanized Corps pushes onwards here with T-35s and Guards. A brutal fight here on Arnhem Checkpoint. Hans, I think, had many unorthodox strategies, so it had some interesting elements to it. And we probably could have pulled it off had he just been better at teching. In this regard, for whatever reason, Hans just delayed his tech for really long and went for a lot of Panzer IVs versus a lot of T-35s, but just not really matched up well there. He should have gone for Panthers, I think, personally, and I do think it should have been Panther guns to help deal with the field guns and other supporting infantry, so that I think would have made the engagement much more workable for Hans. But instead, he went for Grenadiers, maybe some Ostrom and Pumas, which, plus Panzer IVs, aren't quite as, well matched against T-35s. There's definitely some issues there with Hans's force composition and choices, which you'd like to see in the longer term to prevail, but there are also some good armoured attacks there from Caesar, some good flanks in there, also make quite an impact there in helping Hans. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, tell friends, share it with everyone. If not, send a replay and find some feedback in the comment section. This is Imperial LinkedIn Tears. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you tomorrow for another exciting episode. Bye, everyone.